The recent confrontation between Israel and Iran made global headlines. While much of the world focused on missiles, nuclear facilities, and regional escalation, there was another important story unfolding: the transformation happening inside Israel itself. In this video, we'll explore how Israel's internal dynamics have shifted after the war, politically, socially, and economically. Let's start with politics. Following Israel's military strike on Iranian nuclear sites, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu experienced a significant surge in public support. According to recent polls, over 80% of Jewish Israelis supported the operation. Many saw it as a necessary step to ensure national security and maintain regional deterrence. This is a dramatic turnaround for Netanyahu, who had been under intense pressure just months earlier due to the prolonged war in Gaza, corruption allegations, and growing protests over judicial reforms. The war with Iran allowed him to reposition himself as a decisive leader at a moment of national crisis. Some analysts believe he may take advantage of this momentum by calling early elections. However, critics argue that the conflict merely paused Israel's deeper political issues, rather than resolving them. Now, let's talk about society. During the height of the conflict, something rare happened. Israelis across the political spectrum came together. The threat from Iran united the country, at least temporarily. Street protests stopped, political attacks softened, and public discourse focused on survival and defense. But that unity has started to fade. As the immediate danger passed, protests related to Gaza hostages, judicial reform, and inequality have slowly returned. Many Israelis support the strike on Iran, but they remain frustrated by unresolved domestic challenges. There's a shared sense that while the war was necessary, it didn't bring real peace or long-term security. Meanwhile, Israeli civil resilience has once again proven strong. In cities like Petah Tikva, which were hit by Iranian missiles, daily life has resumed. People went back to work, schools reopened, and communities continued with weddings and holidays, even under threat. Now, let's look at the economy. Surprisingly, Israel's economy has held steady in the aftermath of the war. The Tel Aviv Stock Exchange surged, and the Israeli shekel strengthened. Many international investors saw Israel's response to Iran as effective and limited, reducing fears of a prolonged regional war. However, the financial cost was high. Estimates suggest the conflict cost Israel over $6 billion. While short-term market indicators are positive, the long-term outlook remains uncertain, especially if new conflicts erupt or global trade routes are disrupted again. The government has introduced aid packages for affected citizens and businesses, trying to maintain economic stability. But inflation, rising housing costs, and ongoing recovery from the war in Gaza still weigh heavily on public sentiment. In conclusion, the war with Iran brought Israel a moment of national unity, political realignment, and surprising economic resilience. But it also exposed the fragility of that unity and reminded the world that Israel's internal challenges, political tension, social division, and economic pressure, remain very real. Whether the conflict becomes a turning point or just a brief pause in deeper unrest depends on what comes next. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on the Middle East and global affairs.